everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday and I am out and about right now, which is crazy. I just had an OB appointment. Baby's good, heart rate's good, she's head down, ready to roll. So whatever, anytime. I had a dream that she came next week and that would be a little early. I'm like 34 and a half weeks right now. So hopefully she doesn't come next week, but I am like so ready in some ways. So it'll be great whenever she comes. But now I'm doing grocery pickup and then I'm going to go home and we're going to do lunch. And then today, I don't know if you can tell the weather, it has been like torrentially pouring all morning and thunder and lightning. And I just thank goodness for these sunglasses because the bags under my eyes are huge. And so we are going to do lunch and then we're going to do maybe like coloring or something simple. And then we are going to take some epic naps, I hope. So I am currently reading Anything for You by Kristen Higgins. And I just love this cover. It's almost summer here, but I love this wintry cozy cover and it's just so cute. And I love the dog. And so this is the fourth in the Blue Heron series by Kristen Higgins, and I have really liked this series so far. This one is about a girl named Emmeline, maybe, and Jack. Her ex-fiance, I think, is getting married. Maybe it was just her ex-boyfriend, but is getting married, and she's invited because their families have been friends for a long time, whatever. So she needs Jack to go and be like a fake date. And Jack is the brother of the three sisters in the three books before. It's cute so far. I'm only like 20% of the way through. I've got it on ebook. So that's what I'm reading. And the past 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I read 7 books for the Light versus Dark Readathon. So today I'm kind of just in the mood to watch YouTube and like not read a whole lot. So I don't know if I'll finish that today or not, but I do have a buddy read that I'm starting tomorrow, so I will probably try to finish that today. So that's really everything for now, and I will check in later when I have more to update. Oh, one thing I did want to say about this book that I'm reading, Anything for You, it is about Emmeline and Jack, and those are the exact same names as the second in the Bride Quartet in Nora Roberts' series that I just read this weekend. And so, like, seriously, I was reading the synopsis before I started reading it, and I was like, wait, am I confused? Because I just read book 2 in the Bride Quartet, and it's about an Emmeline and Jack. And like then in the Bride Quartet, their like bartender, or not their bartender, their baker is named Laurel, I think. And then in this book, the baker there's a baker named Lorelei, and it's like, whoa, those are too many similarities for me. And so it just like, I would never notice it if I wasn't reading them concurrently at the same time, but the fact that I am, I'm like, huh. And this one, the Blue Heron series was written after the Bride Quartet, and so it's real. I mean, the only similarities are their names and the baker being Laurel or Lorelei. Otherwise the plots are completely different, but it's just like, I wonder if that was like if she had read those and like name jacked, or if it's just purely coincidence. But if it's purely coincidence, that's a really big coincidence. So interesting tidbit, and now I will just update when I have more to say. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's about 8 o'clock on Monday night, and we just got off the live show for the Light versus Dark Readathon, and I think I was the only light sider representing that side, and I blushed so much. I'm like barely cooled down right now. So it was so fun, and I'm just so glad we did that readathon and I got to participate, and the light side did not win, unfortunately, but that's okay. So yeah, I did that readathon or the live show tonight, and really I have not done like any reading tonight, or today. We just have been doing stuff around the house. I edited some videos, didn't really do anything like super productive. So today was kind of a wash for me, but I am going to go now, put my daughter down, and then read more of Anything for You, number 4 in the Blue Heron series. And then hopefully tomorrow I will come on and have a little bit more to update, because like I said, I have a buddy read starting tomorrow, and I really don't like to read both at once. And so yes, I'm going to try to finish. I'm like 30%. So if I finish by noon tomorrow, I'll feel good. because I'm buddy reading with Kerryn from Rather Be Reading. And she's in Australia, so she's already like 14 hours ahead of me. So I got to get on the ball. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday at about 11:15, and I don't really have anything great to update, so I'm just gonna get on and let you know I'm still reading In Your Dreams by Kristen Higgins. I'm pretty sure I've been saying the wrong name on that for every time I've talked about it in this vlog, but that's okay. I will correct it somewhere, somehow. I don't know, but this one is still cute. It's entertaining me. The main character, Emmeline, I'm not even sure how you say it, but she is a cop and very much a tomboy. In fact, like I don't know how old they're supposed to be, but I would guess 25-ish. And she gets a thong for the first time and she doesn't know how to put it on. And like she's going on and on and on and on and on about this thong. And I'm like, girl, never? You've never worn one? And it made me laugh, but it also is like, really? I don't know. So I thought that was interesting. I'm like 2/3 of the way through this. I will for sure finish it today because I am starting a buddy read with Kerryn on The Unexpected Everything. I was going to get it, but it's way over there. So I'm starting that today. So I don't know when I will get that started, but hopefully soon. So right now I'm going to go do Walmart grocery pickup because we couldn't get everything at Kroger yesterday. So we're going to go to Walmart, and then it's Cinco de Mayo. Woohoo! So we are going to do Qdoba for lunch, and then I'm making enchiladas for dinner tonight. It's going to be all Mexican all the time. So many beans in my house. I hope I'm sleeping alone tonight. So that is the plan for today. My friend is also having a baby at 11:30. She is having a C-section. So we will have a little baby girl at sometime after 11:30. She is actually in Denver. So even without this quarantine, I wouldn't get to see the baby today, but hopefully pictures. And there's just so many friends having babies. My husband's cousin was due yesterday, so she's just waiting. And it's just so many babies. It's so exciting. So that is what's going on today. I will check in when I finish this dang thing. I've been kind of slumpy. I want to watch YouTube and play on my phone and waste time and do nothing. So that's what I've been doing. So that's it. We'll check in later. Hey everyone, it's about 8 o'clock on Tuesday, and I have just been a terrible bookish person today. So I finished In Your Dreams by Kristen Higgins, which I don't know why that name will not stick for me, but it is number 4 in the Blue Heron series, and it is about Jack and Emma. I think I've talked about this at multiple times, but Jack is the town heartthrob, and Emma's a town cop, and she needs a date to her ex-fiance's wedding. He's family friends. It's a situation where she has to go, or she feels like she has to go, and so she asks Jack to be her date. And then, of course, we know how fake dating always goes. So we got to see a lot of Emma and Kevin is her ex-fiance. We got to see their relationship when they were in college or high school or whatever it was. And they kind of bonded because Emma had a stutter and he was overweight. And so they both got like ridiculed, and they like kind of were there for each other, and it was a really sweet relationship. Honestly, I like had a hard time like not shipping them, but then so we followed Jack and Emma, and he's of course just a wonderful date to this wedding, and things happen and whatever. I'm not going to go much further, but I'm sure you can figure that out. The only thing I didn't like about it, I gave it 3.5 stars. For some reason it took me like 2.5 days to get through, and I think it's just I'm on burnout, but I think on another day it might have been a 4-star, but and I didn't like the ending for Kevin. I thought he kind of got trapped into very conditional love, and I wish the author would have chosen to like have him have a more empowering ending. So that's my only really complaint about it. I am really excited to read the 5th. I'm not sure what it's about because the 4 siblings have all had their books. The first 3 were, well, the first one was about Faith, one of the sisters. The second one was about Honor, which is another sister. The third one was not really about Prudence, but she was in it. So kind of her book. And then the 4th one's about Jack, the only boy. And so I don't know what the 5th one's going to be about. Maybe I'm missing a sibling or something and I don't know it. But I am going to read that later in the month. I'm not going to read that right now. So I'm done with the Blue Heron series for the time being, and I am supposed to pick up The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I was going to pick it up during nap time, and then I am the MOPS coordinator for our group, and so I got on a call for MOPS, and it ended up being a little over an hour, and it just took up all my time. So then I made enchiladas and queso and I guess like corn for dinner because tonight is Cinco de Mayo. So we kind of celebrated that way. I was going to make like virgin margaritas or something, but I just didn't have time because of that MOPS call. So I didn't. And yeah, that's what we've been doing. We this afternoon made slime, and I found this like recipe on Pinterest or somewhere that is all like it's psyllium husk and water and food coloring, and that's it. And you mix it and microwave it, and it makes this really cool slime. And the slime is awesome. Like it is, the texture is really cool. It was really fun to play with. But what they don't tell you is it's going to bubble over everywhere in your microwave. So I had to take our microwave completely apart and get blue slime out of every part of it. So that is what we did after lunch. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, but very windy again. We're sitting outside eating lunch, and I was like, feels like we live in Kansas. It's so windy. So we didn't spend a whole lot of time outside. We did the slime thing. I did a ton of like cleaning and organizing because I just need to. And then, yeah, I finished In Your Dreams and didn't pick anything else up, didn't vlog anything. Tonight, another one of the local like libraries was having a story time, and we could not figure out Facebook Live. Like we have screwed it up so many times. So I don't know why we can't figure it out, but that is it. So my husband's giving my daughter a bath. I'm going to finish cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, and then I am going to go upstairs and read as much as I can of The Unexpected Everything. It's a buddy read that I'm doing with Kerryn from Rather Be Reading, and she's already warned me that they're super long chapters, and I just hate that, especially when I'm trying to read at night, because it's like I can't commit to starting another chapter because I know I'm going to fall asleep. I know I'm going to stop in the middle, and so then I just stop early, and I don't read as much, and blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you're one of the few who like long chapters, and if you do, why? Because I don't know why authors do it. I feel like every reader is like, I love short chapters. It makes the book go so quick. I love reading short chapters. And yet authors still do like 50-page chapters. I don't get it. So this one's like a 500-page book, and I don't think it has very many chapters at all. So I don't know. That's it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hey everyone, this is Friday Chloe coming to you on Wednesday because I got on iMovie on Friday to film a clip and saw that my Wednesday files have been corrupted. And so I spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out how to find a backup or where they are or any of that, and I couldn't figure it out. So I just figured I would try to fill in the blanks of what I recorded on Wednesday. It was just one clip, but it was like 7 minutes. And so I don't know what I was talking about, but what I was reading was The Unexpected Everything. I finished that on Wednesday. That one's by Morgan Matson, and it was a buddy read that I read with Kerryn from Rather Be Reading. And this one is about a girl whose father is a politician and her mother has passed away. And so it's kind of a single dad situation. And the dad's political group is involved in some sketchy stuff. And so he says he's innocent, but he still decides to kind of step down from his position while the court case is going on, and he donates his salary to a charity. And that means he's around a lot. So their relationship was really close when the mom was alive, and then when the mom died, they moved houses and they just kind of got estranged, the daughter and dad. And so we get to see a lot of that relationship, and I really liked seeing them kind of figure out how to come back together. So that was a really good part of this book. But Andy is the name of the girl, and she had planned to go to an internship for med school, and her internship got pulled because of her dad's drama. So instead, she's left staying home, and she gets a job as a dog walker. And so she runs into this guy named Clark, like literally runs into him, and she is walking one of his dogs. And so then he starts walking with her, and it's their story. But just like every other Morgan Matson I have read, I think Morgan Matson does an exceptional job at capturing the teen experience. I think she does a very, very good job of doing things in a realistic way that are very accurate to how teens actually experience things. There's drama and there's angst, but not overly so. There's relationships that get broken and only get partially repaired or don't get repaired. And I just thought she does friend groups so well, and this is no exception. This one, Andy has a friend group of girls. There's 3 other girls, and there's some drama that goes on in the friends, and there's some friendships, like I said, that break apart that don't necessarily come back together in a perfect happy bow. And I think that is just so realistic. And this book just made me so nostalgic for high school because it was very similar to my experience in that you have this tight group of friends that you're doing things with, you have your first love, and then you have the impending nature of college and people going to different places and things changing. Regardless, things are going to change. And so I just loved that part of it, and that part got me so like emotionally attached. And I loved seeing her relationship with her dad. I loved her relationship with Clark. Clark was just a really great guy. He's a writer, and he is like 18, but he's had 2 published novels. And so the dad and Clark kind of bond about that, and it was just very, very good and very nostalgic for me. So it was typical Morgan Matson, 520 pages. I think it could have been quite a bit shorter, 50 to 100 pages shorter and still been good. But I just am one that I don't think any contemporary, especially YA, really needs to be more than 350, 400 pages. But that's just my personal opinion. So Wednesday, as far as life goes, I have no idea. I can't even tell you really what I did this morning. So I'm not even going to try to tell you what I did on Wednesday. My little nephew turned 3, and so that's great. We didn't see him because #COVID. And so we sent him a birthday card, and he is like exactly 9 months-ish older than my daughter. And so he's a close cousin. And we just did stuff around the house. I think one day we didn't actually have grocery pickup or do anything like that. So yeah, this is my fill-in for Wednesday. We did do breakfast for dinner because we had bought a loaf of sourdough bread for something or another. And so I did egg in the hole, or I think toad in the hole, but so I've seen some people put toad in the hole is like sausage, and that's gross. It's just a gross thing to think about, but egg in the hole is what I made for dinner with parfaits. And so we had breakfast for dinner, which is one of my favorite things to do. So that was fun. Got to eat outside and enjoy the last day, I think, of nice weather. And so yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to wrap this up and go back to Friday.
Hey everyone, it's Thursday and it's about 11:20. I am at grocery pickup yet again. I just left the dentist, so my teeth are all clean and feel really nice. It was time for my cleaning, and they said do it in the 2nd trimester because it's not good for you to lay on your back in the 3rd trimester. And between that and the tailbone, it was like really uncomfortable, but I wanted to get it done before this baby comes because I just never know, it'll probably be the next 6 months before I would get there otherwise. So got that done, felt really good about it. I don't like dental work, but dental cleanings are just wonderful. So that felt good. And then I went and got a couple extra baby shower gifts that were sent to my parents' house because the baby shower was supposed to be there, and then we ended up doing it on Zoom, and a couple people still had their stuff sent there. So I went and picked those up so we can get them put away and get thank yous written and deal with all that. And now I'm doing grocery pickup, and then I'm going to backtrack a little bit and get Chinese food drive-through for lunch, and then go home. And so today has been a little bit of like all over the place craziness. And it's another, I don't know if you can see the sky, it's probably not, but it is another very cloudy, rainy day here, and it's like 50 degrees. It is chilly, and so we won't be doing anything outside. Luckily, my husband has had my daughter since like 10 o'clock because I was at the dentist. I waited like 30 minutes, and then the cleaning took like 30 minutes. And so I've been gone almost an hour and a half and haven't gotten a whole lot accomplished. But I got pictures for, I put this thing up in my daughter's room. I'll try to take a picture of it later, but it's like rope, like twine or something, and then you put like paper clip or clothespins and hang pictures that way. So I got that, and so I needed to get a bunch of pictures for that, and then we hung pictures in the hallway, or the stairs, the hallway, and they're just empty frames, so I needed to get pictures for that. And then I think I've mentioned before, I have a scrapbook for both girls now that for my daughter I did weekly pictures until she was a year old, and then now I do monthly pictures, and so I still take her picture every month, and so I had to get those pictures, and then I'm taking bump pictures every week, and so yes, lots and lots of pictures that I picked up. So just took my mask off because mask and glasses doesn't work very well, and now I'm in the car. So that is the morning. So as far as reading goes, I have started The Chaos of Standing Still, and I'm buddy reading that with Kelly from Cozy Reader Kelly, and I am loving the book. I don't think she's started yet because we were just supposed to start today, but I kind of started in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep. And it's about a girl who is trapped in the Denver airport because of a snowstorm. And so I just love it. I have not wanted to read this book like while we're traveling because, again, the whole flying is anxiety provoking for me. The travel process is really not that enjoyable, especially with kids, especially now knowing I have a kid that gets airsick. So it's just stressful to me. And so I'm really, really, really enjoying reading it now when I know I'm not going to be traveling for a really long time. So she is stuck there in the Denver airport because of a snowstorm. She accidentally drops her phone and switches with this boy. And so then her and this boy are kind of spending their layover time together. And this girl, her best friend has died, and we don't know how, we don't know anything. We also know she has an unread text message on her phone that she is very, very, very attached to, and to the point that like she likes to always be holding her phone or touching her phone, and that little notification is comforting to her. So we don't know anything about how her friend died or any of that. We don't know what the message says. I guess she doesn't know what the message says. I don't know. I'm just very intrigued. It's YA. I don't know if I said that. They're like 18, and I'm loving it. So I'm about a third of the way through. I'm going to try to slow down because I don't want to like read it all in a day and be a terrible buddy reader. And so Kelly couldn't pick it up until this afternoon, so I'm going to see how far she gets and kind of just pace myself on that. And so then I also picked up physically Savor the Moment by Nora Roberts, which is the third in the Bride Quartet, and this one is about Laurel, who is the baker. And I don't know I didn't read the back. And so, I mean, it's going to be Laurel and somebody's romance, but I don't know who. And the baker, like, is the most interesting to me. I just love foodie books. And this one I have to read physically because our library does not, it's the only one that we don't have an e-copy of. So that stinks because of the deckled edges. I don't like that. But so today I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between The Chaos of Standing Still and the Savor the Moment. So this afternoon, well, I'm going to go home, we're going to eat lunch, and then there's like an awkward hour of time usually between lunch and nap time. And so I might try to work on Mother's Day gifts. I'm just having my daughter do some crafts, and yeah, so I'm depending on her mood. I don't know. Sometimes after playing with Daddy, she's in a different mood. So depending on her mood, I may try to do that. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm kind of like out of tricks and things to do. I may let her open these presents. She loves surprises, and even if they are for baby sister, she loves them. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. And then yeah, tonight is burgers, I think. And I had made some queso the other night for Cinco de Mayo. So burgers and queso, I guess, will be dinner tonight. And that's really the plan for the day. So I will check in later. Bye. Hey everyone. So it's about 2:30 on whatever day this is, Thursday, and I just thought I would get on and give a quick update because I have got a terrible headache and I'm nauseous, and I don't know if the headache is making me nauseous or what, but so I don't know if I'll update again tonight. So I'm about halfway through The Chaos of Standing Still and still really liking it. We're finding out a lot more. There's some crazy stuff happening in the airport that's just kind of making it a little not fantastical like it's a fantasy, but just kind of like a It's kind of like almost like you would think like a carnival of a night, but it's not a carnival. It's like everybody, now the roads are closed and everything, so everybody is stuck in the airport. So we're finding out more about her friend and the text message and all of this, and I'm just really liking like seeing her coping mechanisms, and she is talking, like referring back in her head a lot to different counseling sessions. So I really enjoy hearing that and seeing how she's applying that stuff to her life. And overall, I feel like this is one of the healthier YA novels that I've read. So really liking that. And then I think I'm going to physically pick up this Savor the Moment while I'm laying down here. I just am in chapter 1, so still don't really know anything about that. I haven't read any since I updated last, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I just need to say, nobody, like everybody's probably going to be like, because everybody thinks their kid is the smartest kid in the world. But my 2-year-old, if you read a book to her once, she has it memorized, and I don't know how she does it. Like, my husband is an engineer, and he's the type that is like way too smart for his own good. And luckily, I think she like takes after him because she's had some digestive issues today. She has chronic digestive issues, so we have been spending a lot of time in the bathroom, and so we read books, and she like can read books to herself that we have read once, maybe twice, and it's just amazing. So I got that picture thing up, and I hung all the pictures. We hung the pictures on the stairs, and then her and I made Mother's Day crafts, and so I'll put a picture somewhere up here of our finished products. So we did that, and that's really it. The Chinese drive-thru I went through, I've never been there before, and it was like their speaker was broken, and it was super duper sketchy, but like I've heard good things about the restaurant, and I know they're clean and everything, but like the whole process was like really sketchy. And the guy, like, I asked for lo mein and asked if they had any, and so he like said, yeah, just come to the window, and he was like $9, and like it seemed like he just like was making it up. So I gave him $9, and then we brought it home, and it was like so much food plus a container of fried rice that it was like so much food, 2 or 3 meals for $9. So may go back there again. And tonight, like I said, is veggie burger night, and so that's easy with queso, and that's it. We started Masked Singer season 2 last night, so we're kind of addicted to Masked Singer, and I don't know if I'm mad about it or not, but actually we'll watch season 3 tonight because we can finally watch the new episode. So that's the plan for today. I probably won't update because I probably won't finish. I'm probably going to leave The Chaos of Standing Still alone until tonight because I need to send a message to Kelly letting her know I'm about halfway through. And like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead of her. So that's the plan. We'll check in later. Hey everyone, so yesterday I think my last clip was me in bed saying how I wasn't feeling very good, so I wasn't going to update anymore. And so, surprise plot twist, my daughter started throwing up last night, so that was fun. I don't know why or what's going on. We haven't left the house, so I'm guessing it's something she ate, but it was just another, like, a gross thing on top of an already upset stomach and stuff for me. So yeah, that happened last night. And then she ate a little bit of toast and went to bed. And today she's still having some digestive issues. And like I said, she has chronic digestive issues, so I thought that's what it was. But I'm guessing she's got something in there that needs to come out. So today I am also feeling really bad. So I don't know if it's something we both ate, if mine's just a pregnancy and anxiety thing and a lack of sleep thing. I don't know. I'm having blood pressure issues. I've had some contractions today. Just not a good day. So it's kind of one of those days that's really overwhelming as a parent. And my husband is too busy to help. So we are just sitting in the basement trying to get by. So I also went to open this clip and realized that my entire Wednesday clip says missing clip. So if any of you are iMovie users, let me know. I've spent the past like hour and a half trying to figure it out and I can't. So I'll just watch this video back and see if I said anything important on Wednesday and just repeat what's important, I guess. I don't know because I can't figure it out.
So last night I finished The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody, and this is a book I buddy read with Kelly from Cozy Reader Kelly, and I'm giving it 3 stars. It started off really strong for me. I think I was talking about it yesterday. It's about a girl who gets stuck in the Denver airport because of a big snowstorm. So the snowstorm comes in, all the roads are closed, the airport's closed, whatever. She is on like a walking escalator and drops her phone and switches with this boy named Xander. So then her and Xander spend some time together, and because the airport and everything is closed for like 24 hours, and they can't go to a hotel or anything because all the roads are closed. So they are all like, everybody in the airport is literally stuck in the airport. And so for me, I thought that is such a cool premise, and just like something that is obviously so different than our reality right now, that's fine. I'm fine reading about that. And so I was excited for that plot. But this book is really about grief because Rin is our main female character. Her friend Lottie has recently, well, she died a year ago. And we don't know details of how or why or any of that. So Rin has an extreme amount of survivor's guilt. And so we don't know why, if we don't know anything about it. And she also has one text message that is unread on her phone. And so she's very comforted by this little red one on her phone. And so she is very, very, very attached to her phone, and like touching her phone and stuff is comforting to her. So we get a lot about Rin's history, and like we get to hear a lot about her counseling sessions since her friend has died. And so at first I was like, I love this because this is showing a healthy grieving process, which is not always something that you see in YA. And then it just kind of spirals downwards, though. She is talking to the spirit of her friend, and she recognizes that this is a coping mechanism for her. And so she is constantly talking to the spirit of her friend Lottie. And Lottie as a character is just not a good person, which doesn't mean she like deserves to die by any means, or that I'm not sad, because a young person dying is always sad. But like the relationship is very toxic, and she like convinces Rin to steal things. She like gets her into this like creepy poker club, and like kind of forces her to go, and all of that. It's very, very toxic, and Rin almost like worships her. Just that toxic relationship was something that was like, ugh. And just Lottie in general, outside of the toxicity of their relationship, she is just one of those people who is very bratty and will very much like do whatever she wants to do regardless of rules or consequences, and she'll bring as many people with her as she can. And so again, not saying that it's not sad that she died, but just saying like spending so much time in Rin's grieving mind about this character named Lottie, and we get to hear a lot of Lottie and Rin's past, as well as their conversations now as the spirit and stuff. I just didn't enjoy that, and it got very dark. And this book, like, I went in expecting something kind of light, and it is definitely not. It is a dark book about grieving. And so I just didn't love that. I wasn't mentally prepared for that, I think, and it just wasn't my expectations. What I would have loved is if this book was told from both Rin and Xander's perspective, because he's got his own things going on that are not quite as dark, but they're also, I mean, there are complications and issues. And so if we would have gotten both of their perspectives, I think it would have made the focus more about the being stuck in the airport and their relationship, and then their backgrounds being kind of like subplots, which is to me what the synopsis seems to advertise. But that is not at all what the book is about. And so I can't fault it for not being what I want it to be, because that's just not what it is. So, also just other things. I don't love the 24-hour love story thing. I get that this is a special circumstance where you'll probably bond quicker than an average 24 hours, but I don't love that. There's also some like weird characters that are in this book. She makes friends with some restaurant owner, like not restaurant owner, people that work in a restaurant, and because it's New Year's Eve, they throw a party, and so there's some dynamics there. There's a 14-year-old who is like, he has to be an unaccompanied minor because he's 14, I guess, which I thought that stopped at like 10 or 11. But so she, like, Rin claims him, which also is just weird and far-fetched. And then he's like this prodigy, and I don't know, there's a whole lot going on there that I was like, yeah. And then like they get in trouble with security in a way that I didn't think they actually like was not very realistic. And
overall, like, I just felt like this book was a downer with just kind of weird, crazy elements that weren't my favorite. And it's like 400 pages. And I had talked about this just in my last sometime with the Morgan Matson book. I just think a YA contemporary needs to be like 300, 350 max, because that is just a long time. And the pacing really slowed down around the middle and the second half of this book. So overall, I think if you are going to read it, it's not a bad book. It's just you have to go in ready for a book about grieving and about a young woman's process in dealing with the loss of her friend. And so that's what the book is about. I went in with different expectations, and so I didn't love it, but I gave it 3 stars. So this has been a pretty long clip, and I am going to get going. I'm going to try to edit, watch this video, see what's missing from Wednesday. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't keep the day straight, so I have no idea what I was doing Wednesday, but I will check in later. I have also started, this is my second time filming this clip too, because it's just that kind of day. I also started Summer Island by Kristen Hanna, and I'm loving it. It is very women's fiction, which is totally my jam. It's about a woman named Nora who is an advice guru. Like, she gives a lot of advice about parenting and relationships and that kind of stuff. And then we find out that she's got 2 daughters, one of which is estranged, and the relationship is pretty strained as it is. And she also has like affair photos come out. And so we get perspectives from Nora and the daughters, and then also another guy I'm not exactly sure what his connection to everything is, but I'm really liking this. And so I will update when I have more to say about that. Or I'm also still reading Savor the Moment by Nora Roberts, which is number 3 in the Bride Quartet. I'm reading that physically, and yesterday I read 4 chapters. I just cannot focus. And now with her being sick and all of that, it's just like my mind is on overdrive. My anxiety is way too high. My husband is busy, and so it's just, I feel like it's just a lot, and I can't focus on anything, and I feel like I have to keep my eyes in 17 places at once, and I'm just having a rough day. So I don't know how much I'll get physically read. I'm going to try to get through that because I have the 4th one on ebook, and I have it for another week, so I need to make sure to get the 3rd one done so I can get the 4th one done, blah, 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 blah. Too long of a clip. I will talk to you later.
Hey everyone, so it's a few hours later. It's 2:30, and I just thought I'd get on and let you know we have had no vomit yet today, so that's awesome. And I feel like I did a vlog just like this a few months ago, like updating the vomit chronicles. So today I did Chinese takeout for lunch again, but from a different place, from our favorite place. They had closed down for everything except dinner, but now they're reopening for lunch, so I was really excited. My daughter eats just plain tofu and edamame in the shell. She only likes it in the shell, like where she can do it herself, and then cantaloupe. And so I thought that was a good bland lunch for her, and she enjoyed it. And then she decided she wanted to take a bath, which she never does like in the middle of the day, but she wanted to. So we just went and played in the bathtub, and then nap time. And so now I am going to lay down. So I am going to read Savor the Moment, which is not even up here, so I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get it. Boo-hoo for me, right? And so I'm going to read that and try to get at least an hour in, but I'll probably fall asleep. Maybe read more of Summer Island. I'm actually liking Summer Island a lot better, but like I said, I need to get the physical copy of Savor the Moment done. So that's the plan. I will check in later. So apparently I'm going for a record of world's longest vlog, but I want to know, if you do Amazon First Reads, what are you picking this month? Because there are 3 and I can't pick, there's 3 that I can't pick between. And the T.R. Regan one, I think is how you say his name, it looks so good and the ratings are so high, and I know good things about the author, but there's also one called, let me see if I can find it, If You Must Know by Jamie Beck. I've never heard of her or him. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. And Sorry I Missed You by Susie Krauss. And I've never heard of her. So I don't know which one to pick. It's like decisions, decisions, decisions. So if you do first reads, let me know which one you picked. Hey everyone, it's Saturday at about 9:45, and I am so freaking annoyed right now because I wash my hair once a week, and because my hair is super dry and it's very curly, and so straightening it takes forever. And really, I can do it once a week and be good. And so I do it on Saturdays because that's generally when I have the most time. And so today I washed it, blow dried it, then like a dodo, I go and put coconut oil all over my belly because that's what I've been doing to try to keep it like lubricated, because I don't know if I've mentioned, but I have been so itchy this pregnancy. And like, so my friend like got me all freaked out that it could be this liver issue, and it's not. It's just, I think it's just stretching. But I've been so itchy. So I've been putting coconut oil all over my belly. And so I did that. And then I go to like finish drying it and straightening it. And I like rubbed all the coconut oil off my hands, but apparently not good enough because my hair is disgusting. Like, it is greasy, oily, has coconut oil all throughout it. So I'm gonna have to do it again tomorrow, and big time first world problems. But it just is so annoying. Like, and I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I did that. And now it's gonna take so much more time. But whatever. So yesterday, I think the last time I got on was like right before nap time or right at the beginning of nap time, and I had big plans to go lay in bed. And I've been talking to Kerryn from Rather Be Reading, and she said what she does is like she sets a certain amount of pages or chapters she wants to read, so she reads those chapters, and then she watches like a video or 20 minutes of video or whatever. She alternates back and forth between reading and booktube watching. And I've talked to other people about that do that. And I think that is a great strategy because if you've noticed, some of you guys, I have been commenting on your videos that are like 6 weeks old. I am so far behind, and like the content isn't even applicable anymore, but I still love watching people's vlogs and videos, and so I'm still watching them, but my comment like is not even applicable anymore. So I'm really trying to get caught up on the videos that I want to watch. So I had big plans. I was going to do a chapter in Savor the Moment, and then a video, and then a chapter, and then a video, and then a chapter, and then a video. Well, I instead talked to my mom and sister both on the phone and like played on my phone, and I don't know what I did, but I did manage to get like 6 more chapters of this read yesterday. And so I'm halfway through. I'm on page 163, and it's on like I'm through 10 chapters out of 20. So I'm about halfway through. This one is about, if you've been following the quartet, it's about the bartender, I don't know why I keep calling her the bartender. She is the baker named Laurel, and then the brother of Parker, the like event, like the whole wedding planner. And so I'm just getting so confused though, because there's a Jack, I mentioned earlier in this vlog, there's a Jack in this series that is the best friend of the brother. And then in the Blue Heron series, Jack is the brother. And so in this one, the brother's name is Delaney, and they call him Del. And it's just so, like, I keep getting confused because Jack is in this one. So I'm like, wait, who's the brother? Are they brothers? What's going on? Yeah, and I'm just having a really hard time getting through this book. And it's Laurel and Dell's relationship. They've been friends since they were like kids, and then just all of a sudden something clicks, and now they're like romantically interested. And I just don't like, I need a little more explanation as to how that happened. I don't like, she's just wanting to pair up, I guess, and he's one of the only men around. I don't know. And so then there's like this sex bet going on about like how long they decide to start dating, but with no physical aspect to their relationship. And so that everybody puts $100 each on when they're going to have sex and if they're going to make the 30 days. And I'm like, dang, your friends care a lot about your sex life. I would never put $100 on that. Like, are you kidding? And they even put in $100, and it's like, whatever. So I'm just having a hard time with this whole series. I'm kind of having a hard time with, but I don't know why. I just think I've read better, and I don't know. So I'm halfway through. Hopefully we'll finish it today, but honestly not super likely because I'm really trying to get stuff checked off my to-do list because I have had contractions yesterday and today. Like yesterday I had like 4 or 5, and then today I was having probably about as many in like an hour, and it's mostly in the morning. So I'm just not thinking that I'm going to be pushing this pregnancy super long, but maybe I am. I don't know. They have also told me that like Braxton Hicks and are way more common in second pregnancies just because your body knows what to do, so it like starts gearing up. And the baby has not dropped. Like I remember with my daughter, there was like a point where she was like, boom, engaged, and that hasn't happened. So I think I've still got quite a bit of time, but I just really want to get some stuff off the to-do list. Like I'm nesting mode has hit hard. So yes, I am going to be doing a lot of that today. I'm going to be filming my clips with my Zoom in with the fam with my sister and my dad today. And that's really the plan for today. Last night, what did we do? We played more matching game and acorn soup. I think I've showed that before. Just 2-year-old games. Family game night with a 2-year-old is just a barrel of laughs. And so, yeah, now as far as reading goes, like I said, I'm going to try to finish this today. And then I am also reading, hold on, let me grab it, Summer Island by Kristen Hanna. And wow, I'm like really washed out in yellow. This book does not do good things for me. Anyway, I'm reading this and I have this on ebook, so I can read it a little more often. And I am loving this. Something happens, and so her estranged daughter has to come back. And so it's her working through her relationship with her estranged daughter. We're finding out a whole lot more about Nora and her past. And I had also said there's like a picture of her having an affair that comes out, and we find out more about that. So it's really good. And then we get the perspectives of Nora, the estranged daughter, and then also this guy named Dean, who was Nora's boyfriend, or not Nora, the daughter Ruby's boyfriend, and his brother that has stuff going on. Like Kristen Hanna is awesome. She is just so good. She does women's fiction, but there's this romance between Dean and Ruby that is like a childhood romance that is now a second chance romance. And y'all know I love that. So this one I spent like an hour or two reading in the middle of the night and got over halfway through. Whereas this one I spent all day trying to read it and I got halfway through. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. And I hope to finish at least one of the two today. I think this one I'm actually like 60 or 70% of the way through. I can't remember now, but I should definitely finish this one today. So that's the update for now. I will get on and check in when I finish one of those things.
Hey everyone, so it's like 4:30 and I just decided to go with the coconut oil hair situation, and so I put more in there because my sister told me that it's like supposed to be a good conditioner and you just can't leave it in there for very long because it'll go rancid. And so I put more coconut oil in there and I'm letting this kind of soak and absorb for a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So during nap time I laid down for like maybe 2 hours the whole time she was napping, and I was reading Savor the Moment by Nora Roberts. I really hope I just didn't make people motion sick, but this one is still just such a slog for me. So if you've read this series, let me know. I don't know what the deal is for me. I just can't get into it. But I downloaded the app Bookly, Bookly, and I love it. I'm like sort of a stats nerd, but not really. Like I don't really care about numbers. I use Goodreads to track all my reading and stuff, but it was so cool to see. First of all, like I started and stopped it every time I actually started and stopped. So of the 2 hours, I only read 43 minutes, and it showed me that I read 111 point something pages per hour. And so I have less than an hour left of reading in this book. So my husband put my daughter down for her nap, and she just knows how to play him. So she told him he had to go potty. She had to go potty a million times. He ended up being in there for like an hour. And so then at like 4 o'clock, 4:15, where she sat up and said, "Mama, where are you?" And so I was on the phone with my sister. So as soon as I hung up, I went to get her, and she randomly fell asleep at 4:15. So she's still asleep. My husband is at Menards for my birthday. He is getting blackout shades for our room and both of the girls' rooms. And so he is picking those up right now. And so I have a few minutes before I need to start dinner. So I'm going to see if I can get another chapter or two read of this, because I have, let's see, I'm on page 244 and there's 325 pages, so I have like 80 pages left. So I'm gonna see if I can get another chapter or two done in that. My husband too is like, he did very good gifting this year. So Mother's Day is tomorrow, and he got me a big pregnancy pillow. Between that and the blackout shades, he like nailed it with gifts, because I am not a person that likes stuff. Like, I just hate having stuff around the house. Any extra like stuff is not, I just don't like it. So he didn't give me anything that I don't actually like need or want, and everything, like those two things are very practical. And so I think he did a really good job. So I'm like 75% of the way through Summer Island by Kristen Hanna, and then have 80 pages left in this. So by golly, I'm gonna finish one of them today, but it's probably not gonna be until bedtime. So I probably won't update again until tomorrow, but I will check in then.
Hey everyone, it's Sunday at about 9 o'clock, and I just thought I'd get on and let you know that shockingly last night I finished both of my books. So I finished Summer Island by Kristen Hanna, and this one I ended up giving 4 stars. The first half is definitely better than the second half, but just because the second half moves pretty quick and is pretty convenient. And so there's a lot of like conflict resolution that just happens without as much explanation as I would have liked. I also wish we would have gotten both daughters' perspectives, but instead we just get Ruby, the estranged daughters. And so I would have liked either for there to have been no other daughter, or for us to get to see a little bit more, because Nora and her other daughter, which is Caroline, have a strained relationship for sure. They have a relationship, but it's not great. And so as the book goes on, we learn a lot about Nora's past, and that things are not as her daughters thought, and that she's really a lot stronger than she appears. And I just wish we could have seen both girls' perspectives, if that makes sense. So this one, though, I still gave 4 stars. I love the second chance romance. Again, it was really too fast for me, I guess. And so 4 stars, still really liked it. Love the writing style. Then I finished Savor the Moment by Nora Roberts. This is the third in the Bride Quartet. And I'm giving this like a weak 3 stars. I just don't think this series is going to be for me, because I am just finding myself like trudging through them. This one is about Laurel the baker and Dell, the brother of Parker. And Parker and Dell their last name is Brown, and their family comes from an extraordinary amount of money. But supposedly they're these super humble, like serving others type people. And it's never really acknowledged. Like, they've got all 4 women live on like this compound, for lack of a better word. They all live really close to each other, and their businesses are run there. Like, they have a photography studio, they have a professional kitchen, they've got a full gym, like all of that. And it's just very, very, very privileged. Like, this whole idea for the vows wedding thing was Parker's idea, and it's just very, 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 very privileged. And my biggest complaint, though, about this book, or about this series, is how fast everything happens. So book 1, boy and girl decide, hey, we're going to start dating, just randomly, somewhat. They get engaged at the end of the book. Book 2, a week later, boy and girl decide, hey, let's randomly start dating. They get engaged by the end of the book. A week later, book 3, boy and girl decide, hey, we're going to start dating. Then get engaged at the end of the book. So now all 3, no shocker, are engaged. And all of this has happened in like a matter of months, maybe. They have all decided to date somebody, got engaged, and then just bang, 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 bang. Next one, next one, next one. So I am not loving this series. This one especially is about the baker and the brother, and they have grown up. Like, these 4 women have been friends since they were kids. So this Dell has been like a brother to Laurel for her whole life. Like, they have been almost, they've had like a sibling relationship, and then just all of a sudden they decide, oh, actually it's more, and I've been in love with you the whole time, and whatever. Like, I can understand having a crush on your friend's brother, maybe, but like, I don't know. I just was a little peeved out by it, and just didn't buy that, like, they're in their mid-20s or 30s or however old they are, and just all of a sudden it's this physical thing. And So this one is just okay. So then I debated last night, like, cause I finished both those about 9:30 or so. So I wanted to pick up something else to read because I wasn't quite ready for bed. And so I was like, do I pick up the fourth one? Do I even care? But I did. So this last one, we kind of get introduced to Parker's love story in the third one. And so this one is about Parker and then Malcolm, who is like a mechanic. He's a bad boy. She's a very uptight type A girl. And you know what's going to happen. So this one, I am a little over halfway through now, and I'm for sure going to just power through this afternoon because it's the same thing over and over and over. So right now it's planned. The other three are engaged. One's going to get married in the winter, then the other in the spring, then the other in the summer. I don't know if she'll be added on as the next winter, or I don't know. She's the wedding planner. Like, she is the overseer of everything. She has spreadsheets. She's constantly available. She's very, very, very type A. And I don't strongly dislike her. She's just, I'm not really identifying with her either. And it's like, if I'm going to identify with any of them, it would probably be this character. And I'm just not loving it. So I'm finishing this fourth one because I'm a completionist. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's going to be 3 stars. Maybe like a week 3 stars, and then I'll be done with the quartet. So that is it. Let's see, as far as life goes, yesterday I updated you. My daughter took a late nap. We had Mexican lasagna for dinner, and it's like my favorite thing because it's just basically you put salsa, tortilla, and then whatever fillings you want, and then tortilla, you just do it a layer like a lasagna. And I love it, and it's easy, and it's really just delicious. And my daughter, so we did baby-led weaning with her. She just ate table food. Like, we never did purees or baby food for her. And so for her first birthday, she loved this Mexican lasagna so much that I made her, that's what I made for her first birthday. Well, now she is 2, and she tells me she doesn't like beans in any form. So she refused to eat any of it. My husband and I really enjoyed it. Happy Mother's Day for those of you who are human moms, dog moms, cat moms, whatever. If you have a mom, if you are a mom, happy Mother's Day. I hope you are doing whatever you want to do and maybe spending time with your kids or dogs or cats, but if you don't want to, that's cool too. I don't know what we're doing today. Nothing. We have nothing planned. I think today is going to be kind of a honeydew day. I hope that is my goal for the day, where I can just ask my husband to finish a bunch of projects that are halfway going and hopefully take a good nap. He's putting up blackout shades in our room. That's the plan. I'm going to go now because my dad blew me off yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and film now with him, and then we'll check in later. Hey everyone, so it's later in the day on Sunday, and I just finished Happy Ever After by Nora Roberts. This is the fourth in the Bride Quartet, and I am going to give it 3 stars as predicted. It was just a conclusion to the series. It was, again, like I said, kind of high-strung girl meets bad boy with a past, and them figuring out their relationship. And this one, we finally get to see a wedding. There's the first one who got engaged gets married, and so in the span of a year, all of them have met their person, started dating them, got engaged, and then one has gotten married, and now every 3 months there's a wedding planned. So, again, I think this is so quick and cheesy, and I enjoyed actually seeing a wedding because the rest were just like very formulaic love stories, and this series, I think, just wasn't for me. If you've read that series, please let me know what you thought, because I see so many friends on Goodreads giving it 4 and 5 stars, and I just don't get it. So maybe it's my mood, maybe it's something, I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing, not a book thing, but I just don't like it. And I think they all happen so quick that it's just impossible to get attached. I don't know. Anyway, so today we opened some gifts for baby sister, and we went for a walk, and we took the stroller for a walk, as we do. I went and laid in my nice new dark room. And really, that's it. So tonight is Sabbath snacks again, so we'll just do snacks in front of the TV, and it is like 50 degrees, 55 maybe, so it's a little chilly out. It's supposed to start raining now until like the 20 something, like the next 10 to 14 days are all rain. So we really want, my daughter and I got outside to get just a little bit of sunshine while we've got it. And so tonight we'll just probably stay in. I am going to start reading something different, but I'm going to end this vlog here so I can get it up and posted tonight. And whatever I pick next will be in next week's vlog. So thank you for watching. I know this is kind of a long one. If you have read any of the books I read, please let me know. And that's it. I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Happy Mother's Day again. Bye.